What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Practical Elevate Performance, coming at you live. I don't even know how many days in a row it's been, but it has been awesome going live, talking to people, answering questions. Just trying to help people as best I can in terms of providing quality information out there to try and make sure everybody's reaching their fitness goals the right way. And today, I just kind of wanted to talk about, a topic today of, three people basically that inspire me on the daily and inspire me to basically be, who I am and the best version of myself every single day. And those three people, I'm gonna kind of, you know, talk about each one. I was gonna try and pick one, but it's too hard. And so I'm going to go through each person and kind of explain why they inspire me and how they inspire me. First and foremost, right now, in terms of how everything's going with, my business, with my life, with, what I'm, interested in and engaged in and all that good stuff. Like right now, like one of my biggest inspirations currently is my mentor and my, basically like business coach, B Mark Fit. That's who, I have, been working with for a while now. It's been super helpful. And, almost very much like, Gary Vee, if any of you know who Gary Vee is. I'm a pretty big fan of him. But this, my coach, B Mark, he is just like, always freaking there, coming like hardcore with like so much fucking energy. It's not even funny. Like it's hard not to like want to be the best version of yourself when you're seeing somebody who is just like killing it like day in, day out, like crushing it. And so, I want to be the best version of myself. And so, what do? You try and figure out how that person does it. And, you start working under them, or you try to get into like a mentorship program or something like that. And that's what I did. And so, just seeing what's possible at, at a very similar age to myself. Like he's only I think 28, and I'm 27. It's like, man, look what's possible. Like look how many lives you can change if really buckle down, put your mind to it, and it kind of shows what can you know how fruitful like and fulfilling the entrepreneurial lifestyle can be, you know. But and the nice thing is, and the good thing is, like he's not like trying to sell you on like a one a one trick, like this is one trick that'll get you like millions of dollars, like or anything. It's just like just tells it how it is, and that, like similar to like Gary Vee, it's like you got to put in the freaking work and day in day out grinding through the fucking like the toil and turmoil and getting through it and proving to yourself and building that discipline that it takes to actually be like a business owner, which is something that I was able to really relate to just because of like my fitness lifestyle and like bodybuilding and things like that. Like I can really relate to that because like that's I live that with my own hobbies and passions, but to see it being applied to like a real world, like like to also see it being applied to something that I could do um, when I wasn't, happy or feeling fulfilled with my, um, work and lifestyle that I was living before I started doing all this. And it's just like my life has taken a complete like 180, like in terms of like how happy I am and how fulfilled I am with what I do for work right now, and being a business owner and being the only thing that can like, I'm the only thing that limits myself right now in terms of how successful I can be. Whereas if I was working, my old like 9 to 5 jobs, it's like, you know, they tell me how much money I can make. They tell me, when I have to come to work, when I go to work, how long I have to work for, what I have to do while I'm at work. And, I never understood that really, the difference between that and how life could be if you became your own boss. And so it's like, I was like, I'm gonna be my own fucking boss. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But oftentimes people think it's like it's a pipe dream to them, or they feel like it's something that you can just do and you can just do the same amount of work that you've always done and it'll be okay. That's not the truth at all. Like people think that being like an entrepreneur, you're gonna like, oh, you're gonna, make it big and then you're gonna like, everything's gonna be peachy keen. You can travel the world and do all these crazy things. It's like you might be able to do that eventually, but like right now, like no shit. Like I work way more every single day than I've ever worked in my entire life, or in any previous job that I've ever worked in. Um, because it takes that much dedication and time and grinding and putting in the reps for your business, and for your clients and things like that. And like I feel like B Mark really like my mentor really like makes that hit home for me. And that's why he inspires me, and that's why every day like I'm just like I want to be like that, and I want to like accomplish you know that and reach and help so many people in the world, reach their goals like he does and inspires people to do. So B Mark's definitely one of the people that most inspires me right now. Somebody else like that really inspires me right now, and has inspired me since I've met her, is my fiance Jessica. She, I don't know if she'll watch this. She probably won't even watch this, but which is probably a good thing. But she is really, really inspirational to me in terms of all that she does and accomplishes, and how much freaking work that she puts into her job. She's a veterinarian. Like the amount of compassion that she has for her patients, and the amount of like crazy stuff she has to put up with in terms of like her patients' owners and things like that, like day in day out, like you know having to do surgery on things, and like and also be a mom, and be a spouse, and be all these things. It's like man, like you know if I don't get enough, if I don't get if I get less than like 6 hours of sleep, I feel like a grumpy monster, and I feel like shit, and I feel like I can't accomplish anything. And she's got and she might only get like 3 hours of sleep, and she'll still like get up and fucking go, and do as much as she can to like the best of her ability, because she's just like so freaking dedicated and like grinding almost to the point where it's almost like detrimental. Like that's how like hardcore she is when it comes to like you know making sure that she's there for her patients, and making sure that she's there for everybody else, and like believing in me, and showing like how much like love you can have for somebody, and how much compassion you can have for somebody, how much you can believe in somebody. Like she freaking believed in me whenever I was like, okay, like I think I'm gonna stop trying to do what I've been doing my whole life, in terms of like pursuing like a career in natural resources with fish and wildlife and things like that. And she didn't even like question it for a second. She was just like, like, okay, well, if you're gonna do this for real, and you're gonna like be serious about this, you gotta go all in. You gotta do it. Like, let's start looking at. Let's start get like let's start trying to buy business. Let's get business cards made. Let's do all this other stuff if you want to be an entrepreneur and start your own business. And like from the get-go, she's just always been so like supportive of me and my dreams, and and also just being like a fucking like kick-ass parent, and like with everything going on in her life. So it's like it just shows like what. And she's just she's so fucking smart too, is the other thing too. Like I wish I was like half as smart as she is, like in terms of just like what she can like actually understand and comprehend. Because like I am like I feel like I'm kind of smart, but like I feel like a total like dummy caveman whenever like I'm around her. And so it's like it just shows like to me what a human is like capable of, if they really have like the drive and passion like she has. And so um, love you if you're watching this. Don't get too big of a head if you see this. But yeah, so Jessica is definitely one of the biggest in terms of like inspirations to me. Definitely gotta Jessica's on that list for sure, because of everything that I just said. She's a badass in a lot of ways. So last person or persons that inspire me, from every single day, week in, week out, are my freaking clients, man. Like I gotta like my clients. Like if you're watching this right now, if you're a client of mine and you're watching this, I didn't tag any of you guys because I kind of forgot, but um, I am inspired by you. Like you guys, um, anytime I'm feeling like I'm not like I get down on myself, or anytime like I'm going through like a rough patch, or I'm not feeling like, you know, the motivation's not there and the discipline is like wavering, like all I have to do, I just have to go on like online. I just have to go on Facebook or Instagram or whatever and see what my clients are accomplishing, or look back on the, accomplishments that they made so far, and the progress that they're making, and like, just seeing, them learn from like something that I taught them, or like seeing them succeed because of something that I like, planned for them to do, and then they followed it, and then they're getting the results and they're learning, and just seeing them like learn. There's just such like there's just a high amount of satisfaction and gratification, like seeing like, something like that you're like literally changing somebody's life and helping them, reach their goals and feel like better, or feel more confident, or feel happier, or just like overall just like more satisfied with their life and the way that they look. Like that is so freaking inspiring. And seeing some of the progress that some of these people that I've worked with make, and like, the mental turmoil that they've powered through, and the freaking, physical side of things too, that like, some people that I've worked with, like, they haven't exercised in like probably like decades, honestly. And to see them like, get on the wagon and start like, pursuing that for themselves, or, like, and for the first time in their lives, and, for them to, take it day by day, and like the struggle and things like that, and see them power through that and break through those walls and come out on the other side a better version of themselves. Like, it's inspiring as fuck. Like, it is so, it's, if you could bottle that up and sell it as a drug, like that shit would be the most addictive shit on the planet. Like seeing people, succeed, and, giving as much as you can, and seeing, them, succeed and get what they want out of it because they earned it and they put in the time and things like that. So if you're a client of mine and you're watching this right now, I am inspired by you, like wholeheartedly, every single day. Like, I'm talking about you to people that like, Jessica gets tired of hearing about it, because that's how happy I am to see you guys, crushing your goals, and, making progress even when it doesn't feel like progress, and seeing that, the gears starting to turn and things like that. It's like, I am inspired by you, and like, I am just grateful to be your coach. I'm grateful that you trust me, and I'm, this is, I'm happy, and I'm happy that, we're able to work together, and, make your, goals a reality. So that is my live today. That is, what like three people that I guess people's or persons that inspire me, and why. And yeah, some days are better than others, but every day for me is, a breath of fresh air, and just something to look forward to, just because of the people that I have in my life, the people that I get to work with. And, I'm just super grateful for all of you. So thanks for tuning in. That's my live for today. Austin Fractal, Fractality Performance. If you enjoyed this live, hit, let me know down below. Give it a like. Let me know what your number one takeaway was, I guess, of who inspires me. Do hashtag replay if you're watching this at a later time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, tell me down below in the comments, somebody that inspires you, day in, day out, day to day, your biggest inspiration. Let me know down below. Would love to hear it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a good weekend.